Assalamu alaikum, friends. Since the Muslim month of Ramadan is around the corner, I thought why not make a small video and tell the benefits of fasting on our body. So, fasting is the most powerful healing solution ever. It has been used by all cultures and religions. Many religions encourage fasting, and their members have been doing it without harm for many, many years. There are many benefits. It helps with the weight loss, insulin sensitivity, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, cancer, liver disease, and many more. Many of us will benefit from fasting. When we consume food, our bodies quickly begin to convert it to sugar for energy. What is not used immediately is strung together in a long sugar molecule chains called glycogen, and these glycogens are stored in the liver to be used later. The liver has a limited space, so whatever else we intake is converted to fat for long-term storage. Our bodies were designed to do this with the understanding that sometime we will need to use those stores. A few hours after a meal, the glycogen stored in the liver is called up to produce energy. It may take 10 to 12 hours to burn all the glycogen stored in the liver. Only after that will fat begin to be consumed for energy. When you start burning fats, you produce ketone bodies. And it turns out that the ketone bodies are very good for your brain. They provide a different kind of fuel to be burned for your brain. So, what happens to the brain and body when you fast? In one study in animals in the lab, the brain and body actually perform better during fasting. In case of the brain, the cognitive function, learning, memory, alertness are all increased by fasting. And in case of the body, we recently found that mice maintained on an alternate day fasting diet during a month of treadmill training have better endurance than the mice fed every day. So fasting enhanced the mice's physical performance. Now, how does the fasting improve the cognitive function in mice? That is a question. In lab animals, fasting as well as exercise stimulates the production of a protein in the nerve cells called neurotrophic factor. This protein plays critical roles in learning, memory, generation of new nerve cells in the hippocampus. That is part of our brain which is related to emotion, feeling, and learning. So, neurotrophic factor also makes neurons more resistant to stress. Fasting also triggers a process called autophagy, where the cells remove damaged molecules and dysfunctional mitochondria and turn off cell growth. So, neurons are in a kind of resource conservation and stress resistance mode during fasting. When animal or human probably eats after fasting, neurons shift to a growth mode. They make lots of protein, they grow and form new synapses. We think these cycles of metabolic challenge, whether it's exercise or fasting, and then recovery period may optimize neuroplasticity, learning, memory, and resistance of the brain to stress. Now, the fasting is a challenge to your brain by activating the adaptive stress response pathways that help your brain cope with the stress and resistance to disease. The neurotrophic factor that was released also increased the number of mitochondria in the new nerve cells, and this helps the cells produce more energy and enhances their ability to repair oxidative damage to DNA, sort of like turning the aging clock backwards.